So, do you ever wonder why the dress that or pair of jeans that you bought 3 years ago all of a sudden went up in price, is not as good? The stitching kind of sucks, and yet you're paying more. Why is that? Well, of course, I imagine the conventional explanation is, well, there's more mouths to feed, and of course that means that like more money is being spent in different directions, and therefore things have to be cheaper because, of course, there's overseas competition from, in some cases, slave labor that are willing to work for pennies, where the old workers in this particular part of the universe work for dollars. So basically, population, right? Because if there's too many poor people that have to be turned into slaves, well, nobody's going to basically be able to keep from being a slave, because of course, like water, if you drop like a couple drops of anything, it's going to disperse. That's how it works, right? Well, I'll tell you what, the financial system, it's based upon the number of consumers. Okay, the more consumers, the more money, the more power, the more you can buy, the more you come up. Landlord, rather than, well, whatever you want to call it, I guess, in terms of you can become a landlord, you can minister services with a nation, you can do all sorts of fun stuff, and you can keep the whole rat race going. The common goal of socialism and capitalism is to create consumers. Think about it. How can it keep going on that things increase in value? How can the same piece of land increase in value? Because, of course, it's the same land. Oh, I know something. Somebody built something. Later on, somebody tears it down. Does that mean it decreases in value? No. It's already increased in value, so they can afford to tear down what's already there and replace it with building costs as something much, much more expensive. How can this continue? Because, of course, there's only so much land on the earth, there's only so much materials to work with, there's only so many limits in terms of what within the game any particular group can do. The whole thing is a ruse. The whole thing is just the same old recyclable technique. The groups are split up in the same old way: the self-depreciation, the denigration, the appeasement, the creating of scapegoats and straw men, and all these other elements that one way or another are interchanged as far as one group taking the role of the other in successive generations and eras. And yet, nobody seems to want to do anything about it, or change things, or be any different. It's just the same old thing. Ah.